Possibly.
You said that the gentleman from the fire department might be coming.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah.
All right. And got some bills to pass around to you guys. So go ahead and call the meeting to order here at 6 p.m. Do roll call. Joe Bachman here. Morgan McCabe.
Here.
Tony Martin.
Here.
Helena Bachman.
Here.
Dave Anderson.
Here.
Did you guys, when she emailed me the meeting minutes, did she email me you guys also, or?
I just sent them back to you.
Okay, so I probably didn't forward them on to you guys, so if you want to take a minute to read the minutes from last month, make sure everything looks good. It's basically everything I read at the council meeting last month.
I hope it is, since that's what you read from.
Yeah. It looks good to me.
As I recall.
I typed them up, so I'm good with them. They look good to me.
All right. Do I have a motion to approve the September 2025 meeting minutes?
I will make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Third it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Oh,
All right, so first thing on the agenda tonight is a resolution. So what we're gonna do with this, we're gonna do this as a first reading, because technically the council should pass an ordinance before we pass this resolution. But I want to get it out there and on the record. I plan to give the ordinance to the council tomorrow night for them to review and put on November's docket for their meeting. And then if they pass it in November, we can do the second reading in December and make it official.
okay.
So the part where it says adopted this seventh day, that'll actually be changed at the bottom. But first reading of Resolution 2501, a resolution of the New Chicago Parks Board adopting procedures for temporary park closure due to safety, emergency, or public health reasons. Whereas the New Chicago Parks Board is responsible for the management and operation of all park and recreational facilities under its jurisdiction. And whereas the town council has enacted ordinance number, and that's going to be blank for right now until we know what ordinance number that'll end up being, authorizing the board to temporarily close parks or facilities for safety, emergency, or public health reasons, including when ambulance or emergency medical services are unavailable within the town. And whereas the board finds it necessary and appropriate to formally adopt procedures consistent with said ordinance to protect the safety and welfare of park visitors. Now therefore be it resolved by the New Chicago Parks Board that the Parks Board hereby adopts and affirms the authority granted under ordinance number to temporarily close parks or facilities for safety, emergency, or public health reasons, including when ambulance or emergency medical services are unavailable. The Parks Board President, Parks Board Vice President, or other designee is authorized to implement emergency closures and to report such actions to the board for ratification at the next scheduled meeting. This resolution shall take effect immediately upon passage and approval by a majority of the Parks Board. So.
Okay. It has been read.
It has been read. I think we still have to do a motion though for the approval of the first reading.
I think so. I think
Okay.
you're correct.
Do I have a motion to approve this resolution pending the council's passing of an ordinance?
I make the motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Do we have any discussion we need to do on this, or it seems pretty cut and dry, so.
Yeah. Like I said, I would hate to have to do this, but.
Right. It's more of a secondary, it's a backup plan. So we have something in place.
We have the option to do this if it
Mhm.
should become necessary.
Right.
Yeah, should it become necessary.
Yeah. And even if they do away with the part of emergency medical services, it would still be good to have this in place for everything else even.
Right.
Yeah,
You know, so,
Yeah.
I mean, even if we have to modify that part out, you know, this is a good,
Well, you've got the
Template.
safety issue, safety, emergency, all that in there too, so.
Yeah.
So my question, I guess, would be, and this is more a question for Lloyd, I would imagine, is if we decide that we have to close the park.
How do we enforce it?
Yeah, if there are people at the park, how do we enforce it? Do we have the backing of the police?
we would have to at that point, but with it being an ordinance, and the ordinance actually defines a fee for, you know, anybody breaking that ordinance if we do issue a closure,
Mm-hmm.
you know, then the police, I mean, if the police come and, you know, if we tell them that they, you know, park is closed due to safety reasons and they don't leave, you know, if it's the initial, let's say there's some kind of huge inclement weather coming in, we'll use that as an example. And we say, hey, you know, we're shutting the parks down for your safety, get home, get to shelter, you know, and they go, no, we're not leaving. Then we can call the police and say, hey, we've initiated an emergency closure, please have these people leave. If they give the police grief, at that point, they could go, okay, you know, you're breaking the ordinance, here's a $100 fine. Yes,
So say we were to close Twin Oaks,
yeah,
would posting a sign suffice saying Twin Oaks is closed due to lack of emergency
yeah, we would.
medical services?
Yeah, we would and essentially post some kind of sign.
Okay, so at that point, it's closed.
Yeah,
Well, we'd probably have to blockade the
Yeah.
parking.
we'd have
because-
to blockade it.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'd have to do other things too, but,
Rope or a sign or?
This applies to all three parks.
right,
Yeah, so we'd have to do all three parks.
right,
But the other two are easier, just put some rope over the
yeah,
entrance and the chain link, and you're done.
right,
yeah.
But there's too many ways to get into Twin Oaks, and just putting up a sign, people are gonna come in anyway and hang out. So-
right.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna use the
It-
basketball court and all
Yeah,
that,
it would
but
have to be enforced by
posting a
the
sign.
police, so,
So we would need to get, this brings up another point of, then it needs to get onto their system so they can do that.
right,
Because that was what Riley was saying, or Hubble was saying about when we had them come out the last time where we had the license plates, and it's like, well, if there's not we can get them for littering and we can get them for whatever, you know, having alcohol in the park, having a party at the park without buying the permit, because he said, I don't think that's, the ordinance that says they have to is not in there, so we can't.
so you
So
can't
we need to
file
get,
it.
we need to
It
get that
should
So
in
we,
too.
we need,
It wasn't though, that was the
it wasn't,
issue.
I know I sent Brad a file a
Long time
ago.
ago when we had
we
this
need to
issue,
check on
and
that.
it was supposed to get,
Right, so we'll
uploaded
check on
then.
that, we'll check on that.
yeah.
I don't know what the
Well, that's
terminology is.
the thing
correct
now, we would
terminology
need to
is for
put
all this.
this ordinance
That needs to
in
get on the
before we.
Spillman, or
move
Yeah.
something, so they can, so whatever that is, so that would have to happen
Yeah.
immediately with this, so that they can enforce it, because then
Right.
they will.
Right,
Okay.
all right. So we've
That's
had
a
a
good
first, we've had a second, do we have any other discussion? All right, all in favor of the first reading, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, we've done read it.
All right, old business, CDBG. I did not have a chance to get a hold of two other plumbers today because I had to drive the fixtures and back. So that is on my agenda for tomorrow. Have we heard anything more from Greg?
I sent you,
You
you sent everybody.
Yeah, did I not, I know I saw that, did I not reply to it? I probably didn't, I probably looked at it and went,
Yeah,
that looks
because
great.
he
and-
sent us two different quotes. One is for the engineered wood mulch, and the other was for rubber mulch, I believe.
Okay,
Mhm.
And, remarks about the configuration could be,
Yeah, we
The
need to talk
wall.
about the configuration, because
Right.
I'm not, and he said it was just
Yeah.
a working thing. Yeah, it's not kind of where I thought it would end up being. So,
Yeah.
so I want to talk with him about that.
Where did you think it would be?
There it is.
I think it's going to be, because he had it right where that one pathway meets the other pathway. I think it should be on the west side of the pathway between there and down to the pour and play, so that we're not crowding that area up in front too much, because when we drive vehicles in, that's where they have to drive through.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
So I thought they would all be on the same side, heading towards the pour and play.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
Okay.
Because otherwise we're going to cut off our only access to getting anybody out there.
So, and he didn't know that. So
Yeah.
I think, he said it was a draft proposal, so we'll
Yeah,
talk about that.
cool. So we're looking at getting 1, 2, 3, 4 items plus the
Mulch.
mulch.
And they install the mulch, right? They take out the old and put
Yes.
in new?
The price includes removal of
The old mulch and the
landscape
landscape
backward.
cloth and stuff.
Okay.
Let me think instead of finishing my sentences for me. So, and then installing. So they would excavate the old.
Okay. So, yeah, so the one with the engineered wood fiber safety surface, that was 30,409. The one with the loose rubber safety surface was 46,551. And then no safety surface at all was 21,975.
Now, what is the safety surface?
The mulch.
Oh, the mulch. Oh,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So 30,000. And we could do the wood one, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I think what we should do, because we've got our money officially in the building fund again, and we have the extra 10,000 that we got appropriated into the general fund. So what I'm thinking we do is we hold off on the water fountain for now. Because this is going to eat up pretty much the whole grant anyway from CDBG. So I think there's only 32,000 for that, if I remember correctly.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen the figures, so
I think
I
it was 32,000.
don't know.
We talked, I know we talked about that months and months ago.
I thought it was closer to 37, and then we had the extra money. But my question is,
Mhm.
can we get the mulch if we're not doing because by virtue of the fact that we are putting in the ADA water fountain, that means that the monies can be used for wood fiber or the wood mulch. Whereas,
But the music wall, sound wave, and all that stuff,
yeah,
we're putting along the paved path, so it is also in ADA compliance.
okay.
And those are
okay.
ADA, sensory items.
No, they're sensory
Well,
items.
they're
they're not-
sensory
yeah.
items, but
Yeah.
But they're ADA accessible
They're-
because
Yeah.
they're on the wall.
And they'll be
Oh,
accessible
yes,
because.
Trey.
I think I've got 37,746 from county.
Okay. I don't know why I was thinking 30. 32, I think might have been the original number, and then he
Yeah,
told us about the carryover.
that's why, so
Yeah.
if we did the wood mulch at 32 with the things, then we still have how much left over
So
close to $6,000. How much was the water fountain
that quote
from
was
Velocity?
right around 6. So we would eat up pretty much the whole thing then. Okay. So yeah.
Because Sue has been very adamant about use it all.
Yeah. So let's, I'll make a motion to approve doing the wood, since that's the 30,409 for total cost. I'll make a motion to approve that, and we can get Greg on that as soon as possible. So that we can at least get that turned into county. and show that we're using the money.
Mhm.
And we also need to find out if there's any other charges he didn't include in that this
Well,
time around,
Yep,
because we had that issue last time. We want to
Yep.
make sure that there's no
'Cause he knows
surprises.
it's prevailing wage, because we talked about that.
yep.
Mhm.
And where they're putting that mulch in, are they gonna put new ground cloth underneath that new mulch? I don't know.
What's it say?
Let me see here.
'Cause I know it talked about-
Attached to the
You
drawing.
got this too, Tony.
Oh, I know.
Attached to the drawing showing some options for panels along the accessible path to the swings and playground. I used the panels and activities that Morgan suggested at the meeting, but there are many options. You could add more or less panels as you like. Included in the quote is new mulch for the playground at the end of the path shown. The installation allowance includes removing of existing mulch and fabric and spreading 156 cubic yards of new EWF engineered wood fiber.
So it does include,
If you substitute loose rubber for EWF on the playground, the budget's a little higher. And then the last one was without it. No kids play stuff uses American steel, manufactures its products in Gary, Indiana, USA. Recent tariffs have allowed our suppliers to increase their prices. Okay.
So it doesn't sound like they're putting new ground cloth down.
Yeah, all it says is they're spreading the wood mulch.
So that's a question.
Yeah.
Do we want the ground cloth, I'm assuming?
Thought you said fabric was going down.
Installation of allowance includes removing of existing mulch and fabric
Oh,
and spreading of 100.
okay.
right, yeah, I
156
heard it
cubic
the same
yards.
way you did. I thought,
Okay, I
it's like,
misheard.
oh,
Yeah.
the fabric's included. Well, here's the thing, if the fabric does help,
Mhm.
cardboard will also do it, and we can put cardboard down and then have mulch dumped on top of it. But we need to get a hold of weed killer,
Mhm.
because if we don't, it's just gonna grow up.
Right, up through it, yeah.
Yeah, so cardboard or not.
Mm,
I mean, cardboard doesn't last as long as the landscape fabric. It also doesn't poke up and trip people and get caught in lawnmowers if you, when you go back in.
So I guess then do we want to see what the cost would be for them to, basically till it and weed it, and if they even do that?
Till it and weed it?
Yeah, I'm just, tilling is I don't know why that
Right.
came to my mind.
I don't know. I don't think we need to till it.
Yeah.
I do think that we need to hit it with weed killer when they do a scrape
Mhm.
of the old materials. Then I think we need to hit it with weed killer and immediately get some kind of covering down before we put the EWF. We could ask him to give us a price on the landscape fabric
Yeah.
in this quote, and say we want to go that way, but we're thinking we need to have landscape fabric, because that,
Yeah, no, I completely agree. So let's ask them to update the quote
okay,
with landscape fabric. If that's not included already, he may have,
Yeah, I mean, obviously, they talked about taking out the old, so
Yeah.
Right,
they
right.
just didn't mention putting in new, but
Yeah.
it might, I don't know.
so,
I will communicate with him on that then.
Yep.
Okay.
and then I'd like to make a motion then, because the landscape fabric might add another, I would say no more than 1,000, 2,000, if that
Yeah.
even,
Yeah,
I think it's
Yeah.
probably like more like $500.
probably
I was gonna
500.
say, yeah, based
Yeah.
on the
Plus
prices
more
we
labor.
see, it's,
Yeah,
So,
Unless we do it ourselves.
I was
so,
gonna say
well, let's have them do it so it's all covered by the grant. And
because they'll just probably want to tear it out and put it in.
put it in, right,
Yeah.
They're gonna do it all in one day if they can.
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Well, somebody's got to
So-
spray for the weeds.
Mhm.
And if we can be out there, as they're, dragging it all
A
out,
couple bottles of Roundup,
yeah.
Yeah, if you can find
If you
it.
can find it.
really.
We went to Menards, they were out of Roundup. They're done for the season. They had no weed killer.
Wow.
So
We'll
we're
just
gonna
salt
go to
everything.
Ace.
Just salt everything.
We could.
We could.
I mean, if we salt it, nothing will grow
Or
there.
steal it from Robert.
Salt is cheap and it works really, really well.
We got a barn full of it right over there.
Nothing will grow there,
Mhm.
Yeah.
so,
Not for a while anyway.
for a long, long time.
So I'll make a motion to approve this with, the additional costs
A
of,
revised, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
revised for landscape fabric.
yeah. So,
Mhm.
do I have a second?
I will, se-
Mhm.
I will second that.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries.
Get that mulch down.
All right, so we're good to go with that.
Hallelujah. Mulch.
Mulch.
Been saying that since I came on the board.
Gutters on the garage/bathroom building, I have not heard back from Alamo.
Mhm.
So, and he also hasn't sent the remainder invoice, so I will try calling him again tomorrow,
Nor did he call back when I called him and asked him for an estimate on roofing our house.
yeah, which is weird. Because they were, when I called them, they were like right on, so. Darken the park.
Well, I met with the NHS students today because they got confused about Monday and Tuesday. It was a good turnout today. They haven't really proceeded with getting a list of how many people are going to do what. So I emphasized that I need that information as soon as possible. And we talked about various costumes that they could use, I gave them visuals. I brought show and tell. They're still very excited. And everybody was there and signed up on the sheet. I said, before we leave the room today, put your name down, put down who you think you are going to be. And if you need something like a giant wolf head, let me know, because we'll have to make that, but if you think you have the other aspects of your costume together, then. So, hopefully Jana will get that to me shortly. We've done a little extra shopping, getting some tools on hand. We did hit the bins and spent maybe $90 there, for a lot of fabric and lights and our usual go at it. The prices
Yeah.
are, what they used to be $1 a pound, now they're, I think, $1.75 a pound. So, I picked up a couple of other things at the half price sale at Goodwill today. So we'll be in good shape.
Okay.
I'm not worried about that. I just want to make sure that they're all there. I emphasize that we are still trying to make sure that we have all the stations covered each night.
Mhm.
And that if they have friends or family or anyone else that they want to bring in, they're more than welcome to come and help us on all that kind of thing. He doesn't get off until 6 p.m.
Yep.
Charles Calman, he's on the volunteer fireman brigade. He said he'll do, a bucket of blood, gore.
Blood and guts on a table.
Yeah. And so I thought if he was, he said he might come.
Yeah.
But we knew he might not. So we'll have that. We'll have some extra expense there because, I don't expect him to pay for it. So
Right.
I am of the mind that we don't have to replace animatronics this year if we can avoid it.
Okay.
That with what we're building and with what we already have, we're going to resituate some of them. Krampus isn't going to be Krampus. We'll redress Krampus
Yeah,
and
but
park Krampus on the bridge.
Yeah.
And
I would
Krampus.
say he's got a good framework that we can use for a lot of different things.
Right, yeah. And I think some of the other ones, I had the idea that we could do, but some of the ones that just really have quit or we can't really cobble them back together, so there's no point in parking them someplace. We can create creepy scenarios with them in it and light them so that it's like you turn the corner and there's a bunch of people sitting at a patio scene with an old barbecue and they're all fried or whatever.
Nice.
So we can do Tableau with some of the stuff that is not really as functional any longer. That's about all I have to report on that.
Okay. So we're looking at starting this coming Saturday, correct?
Correct,
Mhm.
11 a.m.
The running of the wires starts Wednesday night,
Mhm.
correct?
Mhm.
Okay. So Tuesday, I'm gonna keep an eye on the weather. So either Monday or Tuesday, I'll get down there with the lawnmower and give it the final trim.
Okay,
Because I really don't want to have to try and remember where wires are at and keep, trying
right.
to.
No. One of the things that I want to try to get situated on Monday, besides opening up the storage bin and sorting costumes, we want to try and lay out the stage.
Yeah,
So I can mow that area with the electric,
okay.
the battery,
You want to do that when?
Monday.
Monday? Okay.
So I'll
Well-
just mow that area.
Well, how
and
about
then-
I just bring it down, I'll just plan to bring it down Monday then and just mow then.
If that works in your schedule, if it doesn't, then
Yeah.
I'll take care of the area so we don't have grass growing
Yeah.
up through the stage.
Yeah, No,
It just looks creepier that way. So
Yeah, it
either
would
way,
look- Yeah,
yeah. So, yeah, I'll just plan on bringing it down Monday then,
all righty,
so.
okay.
All right, cool. I'll talk with Sue tomorrow, but I'm pretty sure she'll be down there to, of course, run the
Box
gate,
office.
yeah, run the box office for us. Food for Dark in the Park. I know Bay City Tacos backed out, or not backed out, they had a previous,
I haven't heard.
They just
from-
haven't heard.
oh, just haven't heard, okay.
No, we've got the sweet people.
Yep. So I did have a gentleman reach out to me. I don't know if Sue gave him our parks number, but his name was Josh Holcomb. He lives here in town. I guess him and his daughters have done hot dogs and chili dogs, chili, stuff like that at other events. And he was wanting to know, if we were interested in them being there.
We've discussed him before,
Yeah, we just
not in this setting,
right.
because,
There's a liability there.
yeah,
And
well, yeah, and he's been selling out of his home, which is,
okay,
he was
so
posting that
yeah,
We don't want to encourage him.
that part there isn't for the Parks Board.
Okay.
So.
but I think it pertains, but,
Yeah, so, yeah, if that's what's going on, then we're gonna go ahead and pass on that.
should we see if he's got his serve safe and all that registered with the town hall?
He doesn't.
he
'cause
doesn't.
that-
Oh,
it
he
would've
doesn't.
had-
That's the
Okay.
point that I
it
was
would've had
trying
to
to.
come-
Okay.
Yeah,
Ah.
it would have had to come to the planning commission.
Gotcha. Okay, was unaware of that.
But I think the idea that you had when we discussed this about bringing either your grill or asking if we can purchase one for the park,
Yeah,
just a regular propane tank, and we can grill hot dogs.
I was gonna do that as my part of Dark in the Park this year.
Oh,
And I did ask if, I put that out to the kids. I said that might be a possibility that we're going to do that. If you have somebody that wants to come and work and wants to, help us swing hot dogs, we'd be glad to have them.
Yeah. Which it looks like a little 4-burner charbroil grill from Menards is $349 right now. So you figure once you add in the propane tank, which those are like $1,000 at this point. No.
Well, we have tanks,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a
We
couple.
could-
Yeah, I was
tanks.
gonna say,
I
between
could-
us,
I-
yeah.
Yeah, I
tank
could get,
filled, and
yeah, I could get our 2 tanks filled up real quick.
we can fill our two
I'm
tanks.
just remembering when I purchased the second tank for this year.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like $90. I'm like,
I know.
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
really
Like
ridiculous.
$45.
45.
Yeah.
well,
They're ridiculously
It was like
expensive.
45 or $50 empty, and then I got charged for the fill. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah, that's the empty price, and then you pay for the fill.
I'm like, this is why I normally go to the guy down here by Speedway and have him fill it up. It's cheaper.
$17.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Depends.
It
Gotta check.
depends. You gotta check with him.
Yep.
He's not always consistent.
Sometimes Menards is actually cheaper.
So, what do you guys think? Just a 4-burner? I think a 4-burner grill would be good.
I defer to the cavemen in the room.
The
Well,
ones who will
good
probably
They
be
would
doing
fire.
it will
Traveler.
So
just
it's like,
poke.
The what? Huh?
It's called the Weber Traveler.
Weber Traveler?
It's got wheels where you can put it anywhere you want.
is it a propane?
Yeah.
Ah,
Weber Traveler.
I think it's three burners.
I don't know. I'm always the more BTUs, the better.
Oh,
Well,
this
we're
little
just-
guy. Okay.
More fire, more good.
let's see what I mean.
It's convenient. You can put it anywhere.
You're talking this guy?
Yeah.
Little one single burner?
No, I think it's
And
I think we need four. I think we need more square inches. What you're gonna?
I'm gonna be doing a lot of
You're
hot
gonna do a
dogs.
lot of hot dogs.
Yeah.
maybe something bigger than that.
Just
Yeah.
get what we used to use for the Indot cookouts.
I am not putting the jet flames in there. No. Good God.
No, the
Yeah,
one
we need
where like
something
one
just
side doesn't work,
pretty
so you put the one
rudimentary.
side like
Just a
super
solid
high.
basic. Yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't need to
a
be.
charbroil. A charbroil's not bad.
Yeah,
I'm
we've
I'm
had-
looking at what Menards has.
Yeah.
They got a charbroil four burner gas grill with the side burner for $349. A 2 burner for $279, but I think 2 burners are gonna be too small.
You will want more.
Yeah. And I think 6 burner might be overkill. That's $450.
But nice. They should be on sale.
How much
Yeah,
is
it's the
it?
end of the season.
$349, and then it's got the 11% rebate. I would have thought these would be on sale, clearance, something by now.
Dirt
Yeah,
cheap
it's-
now.
It's the end of the season. Come
You
on.
might check at Ace. See if Ace has any on sale.
They
Oh,
won't be
yeah.
cheaper. I doubt that they'd be cheaper.
I doubt they would too, but you never. Every once in a while.
Well, there's a,
Check
It's on
Walmart.
sale.
Charbroil
They can
Performance
compete.
Series 5 burner for $279 at Lowe's or $299.
Save $100 on a Blackstone from Ace right now. I wouldn't buy well, Blackstones are nice, but not when you're dressed up
I
for your
don't know what
buddy's
they are.
wedding and it's the flat top, like griddle,
Like a
like
griddle.
Oh,
The nice
griddles.
ones.
it's a griddle the size of a grill, or
Mhm.
bigger than a grill really.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah, I used my buddy's at his wedding. I did the grilling at his wedding for him, and I was standing there all dressed up and
Getting covered with crap.
sweating. And
Yeah, it was warm.
then, why would I do the smart thing and bring, a
shorts?
t-shirt and
I mean, that
shorts?
would, the Blackstone would be ideal for what we're doing because we're just doing hot dogs.
Yeah, those get really expensive really quick.
They're not looking pricey.
Blackstone Iron Forge 4 burner, $490, which actually that's not bad. Done for $549.
Do they start becoming less mobile and heavier at that point?
Well, I mean, it's
Well, if you have Prime, it's also on Prime, I think,
it's
today or tomorrow.
yeah, and it's on 4 wheels.
Oh, okay.
So
I was just thinking of like we have to put it in the truck and carry it around or roll it back in
yeah, no, we could roll it.
Because they've got,
because it's either got to go in the shed or in the garage.
Yeah,
It's like how much real estate does it take up?
where are you looking at, 28 or 36?
yes.
All right then.
I don't know because it doesn't say.
Because
There it is,
they-
36.
Yeah, they've got a 36. It's not even on sale for $3.99 on Amazon. Blackstone. Oh, so I don't know. And if you do the 24, they do have some on sale.
I'm looking at places that I don't have to wait for a reimbursement check.
Menards or Ace.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just roll over to Menards and take a look and see what they got.
Yeah. Well, how about this? We make a motion to approve the expenditure of no more than 400, or call it 4.25 in case of tax, which there shouldn't be tax at either of those places, but, just call it 4.25.
I think that's okay. I don't know. What do you all think?
That sounds good for a grill, yeah.
Yeah. So, I'll make a motion to approve $425 for the purchase of a grill.
Do we need coolers also to keep other stuff in for this?
We have the big white one, which should be
Okay.
sufficient for soda. We have the blue one, which should be sufficient for hot dogs.
Yeah, and we've got one at the house that I can bring down also.
And we have
Okay,
one.
we have one.
Yeah.
So, no, we don't need coolers.
Okay.
You will want to have some way to contain bread,
Hmm.
the buns,
Yeah,
so that they're not exposed.
yeah,
Also, the warm hot dogs,
But
somewhere to
that could,
put them.
I mean, you can do that with just a bin from the dollar store, so
right,
as
Mhm.
long as you put the lid back on, you're good.
yeah. And the hot dogs, what I was thinking is, as I cook them, do like what we used to do, get out that
Yeah,
the 3-bay,
3-burner warmer.
yeah, and stick them in there to keep them warm as I,
Crock pot will do even
That's
better.
what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, yeah, I could
It's
bring, I could bring
free
down
crock-
our crock
crock
pot.
Just
pots.
bring, there's crock pot there.
Oh, okay,
So just, I'd just throw them in the crock pot.
Mhm.
yeah, leave
mean,
them on warm and.
We
That'll be
didn't,
good.
we used one of them for hot dogs.
Mhm.
And we used the other 3 whole for cheese and chili. But
Yeah,
if we're not doing cheese and chili, if we're just doing the hot dogs,
I
which
think
I
just-
think,
yeah.
keep it simple,
yep.
it's less time consuming.
The KISS method is best with this one.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay.
I would suggest that we hold off on number 3 under new business today,
Okay,
and I'll explain why
okay.
later.
Well, did we approve the motion? I know,
We talked about it. We did not do the motion yet.
okay.
Oh,
So
sorry.
the motion was made and seconded. Do I, all in favor of setting a limit of 425 for the purchase of a grill, say aye.
I,
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. I'll make a motion to postpone the Volunteer of the Year award until next month.
Okay,
So that way we
I'll
can,
second.
that way it
Ow.
can.
thank,
Okay, we have a first and a second. Any discussion before we vote? No? Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, legal reports, none. Announcements, I have nothing. Anybody else? Other business? Open forum. Comments from the board members? Yeah.
Everybody wants.
Yeah, don't everybody stand up all at
No
once.
fighting.
wanted to throw out a fundraiser idea. I mentioned it to you, so under other comments from board members, I
Okay,
guess,
yep.
or other business, put it
Yeah.
where you will. I mentioned it to you. Tony came up with this idea that we do a bonfire and beer and cigar raffle.
As a
At the-
fundraiser, either for the town or the park. I don't know.
Yeah, and we were proposing it as well, we talked about one last event before we have to shut off the water and so on and so forth. So this would be a very fast turnaround, or we would do it without running water.
Yeah.
Because, we're not likely to set the park on fire. But, yeah.
I have a comment about that also. The
Comment.
other thing I thought
About
about
the event or setting the park on
About-
fire?
is that we might also, as we develop this idea quickly, is thinking we could also do it at the Legion, using that outdoor thing at the Legion and keeping the doors open to the bathrooms as long as they're functioning. And we might, I don't know.
That could be, and we could split the proceeds.
Yeah,
I just want to throw that out there for people to put their hat and think about it.
Okay,
We can talk about it more the next meeting.
Nice.
sounds good. All right, do I have a motion for adjournment?
I'll make that motion. No one else will.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries. All right, let me turn this off.
Goodbye, everybody.
You all
Thank
right?
you for watching the Chicago Park Show.
You're right, Joe.
Yeah.
It's just us falling out of our chairs trying to stand up.